When it comes to decorating a minimalist home, simplicity is key. The goal is to create a space that feels calm, spacious, and uncluttered. While art and personal touches add character, too much visual noise can disrupt the peaceful vibe you're trying to cultivate. This is especially true when it comes to frames and posters. Though they can add a personal flair to your walls, overusing them can quickly lead to a cluttered, chaotic environment. In this video, we'll explore the importance of restraint when decorating with art in a minimalist home. We'll discuss how to incorporate frames and posters thoughtfully so they enhance the space without overwhelming it. Why less is more with art in minimalist spaces. Minimalism is all about stripping away the excess to reveal what's truly important. This philosophy extends to how we decorate our walls. Rather than filling every available space with frames and posters, minimalist design encourages a more selective approach. By focusing on fewer, more impactful pieces, you can create a space that is serene, balanced, and aesthetically pleasing. When you limit the number of frames and posters, you allow the existing elements of your home, such as furniture, lighting, and textures, to shine. Each piece of art or decor you add should have a purpose, whether it's to evoke an emotion, tell a story, or complement the overall design. When there's too much on the walls, the effect can be distracting rather than calming. How to choose the right artwork for your minimalist home? Opt for large, statement pieces. Instead of scattering small, individual frames across the walls, choose one or two large pieces of art that stand out. A bold, abstract painting or a simple black and white photograph can make a striking focal point in a room without the need for additional pieces to compete with it. Large artwork makes a statement, provides balance, and fills empty wall space without overwhelming the room. Embrace minimalist art. Minimalist art, whether abstract, monochrome, or with simple geometric shapes, fits perfectly in a minimalist home. These types of pieces align with the overall design philosophy, using clean lines and subtle color palettes that won't compete with the simplicity of the space. Choose art that complements your neutral color scheme and the functional design of your room. Frame with purpose. The frames themselves should also align with the minimalist aesthetic. Opt for sleek, simple frames made of natural materials like wood or metal. Avoid ornate, heavy frames that distract from the art itself. A neutral colored frame will complement the artwork without taking attention away from it. Create a gallery wall with care. If you love the idea of a gallery wall but want to maintain a minimalist look, focus on creating a cohesive theme or style. Use frames of the same color and style to maintain uniformity and limit the number of pieces to avoid overcrowding the wall. A gallery wall with a few well-chosen pieces can create a stunning visual effect without overwhelming the space. Let the art breathe. A key principle in minimalist design is leaving space to let things breathe. Avoid placing frames too closely together and instead leave ample space between them. This creates a sense of openness and ensures that each piece of art stands out as its own element. Use art to highlight functionality. If you're not keen on framing traditional artwork, you can use minimalist design pieces like mirrors, clocks, or architectural features as focal points. These items serve a functional purpose but can also act as art pieces, adding personality and character without contributing to visual clutter. Keep it personal, not overwhelming. Personal touches, like family photos, are important in creating a space that feels like home. But again, the key is restraint. Rather than covering every wall with family portraits, choose a few carefully curated images and place them strategically in the room. A single photo or a small series of images arranged thoughtfully can evoke warmth and connection without overwhelming the space. Benefits of avoiding too many frames and posters. More space to breathe. By avoiding an overabundance of frames and posters, you create more open space in your home. This gives the room a sense of freedom and lightness, which is central to minimalist design. Open walls allow your furniture and decor to be the focal points without the distraction of excessive art. Simplified aesthetic. Minimalism is all about simplicity, and fewer frames or posters on the walls contribute to this clean aesthetic. A few well-chosen pieces of art can complement the furniture and color scheme, creating a harmonious balance that is both sophisticated and calming. Improved visual balance. Having fewer art pieces helps maintain the visual balance in the room. Too many posters or pictures can feel overwhelming and cluttered. But by selecting just a few impactful pieces, you allow the room to breathe and maintain a sense of harmony. Greater focus on quality over quantity. With fewer frames and posters, you can invest in higher quality art. Rather than filling the walls with inexpensive prints or generic posters, you have the opportunity to select artwork that is meaningful to you, whether it's a carefully curated collection or a unique custom piece that speaks to your taste and personality. How to display art effectively in minimalist spaces. Think about placement. The way you position your art can make a big difference in how it's perceived. For example, hanging a large piece of art slightly above eye level in the living room can create a dramatic effect, while a more subdued placement in a hallway can add visual interest without drawing too much attention. Consider the surrounding space. The art should work in harmony with the other elements in the room. Consider the size and layout of the space when selecting pieces of art. For example, a large piece of artwork can make a bold statement in a spacious living room, while smaller, more delicate pieces work well in tighter spaces like corridors or bathrooms. Use floating shelves. Instead of directly mounting art to the wall, you can display pieces on floating shelves. This approach allows you to change the art around and rearrange it without putting too many holes in the wall. Floating shelves keep the art grounded, but allow for flexibility in how you display it. Conclusion: in minimalist design, less truly is more, especially when it comes to art. By avoiding an overuse of frames and posters, you can maintain a calm, balanced space that feels open and serene. Choosing a few statement pieces of art, embracing minimalist designs, and carefully curating your art collection will ensure that your home remains both stylish and tranquil. Remember, the goal is not to overwhelm your space, but to create a home where simplicity, functionality, and beauty